Okay. Here I am. Bear with me. I'm trying a new software to broadcast through. It seems to be working. I'm just making sure that everything's doing what it should be. Okay. Save this for later. Get back to that later. Yeah, but thank you for coming tonight. Hang out here for a second while I get things ready. Preparing my new setup and new software took a little longer than anticipated, so I'm running a little behind. Hi, Goose and Jonesy. Thank you. Thanks for checking in. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. Thanks for... Okay. Yeah. Let's give me a second here. I did not get as ready as I wanted to be, but that's okay. I'm learning new technology stuff, and that's taking my attention at the moment, but it's good. It's all right. It's all a learning process. This is only episode number 2 of who knows, to be honest. Okay. So, a quick little art supply recommendation here. Let me, hang on. We're going to zoom out. Okay. This is a type of paper sketchbook I like a lot. It's the B Paper Company. And hi, Robin Bobbin. Thanks for checking in. Hi, Morto. Hi, guys. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Anyway, appreciate people checking in the chat. Nice to hear from you and see you. So anyway, this is a type of sketchbook paper I like. It's B Paper Company. This is a great all-purpose sketchbook. You know, acid-free, always important. It's mixed media paper, which tends to be my preferred sketchbook because I like to do a little bit of everything. Let's see here. Let me make sure there's nothing here I can't show. I mean, not that's like offensive, but just like commissions or something that. But yeah, these are just some old sketches. But this is good paper if you want a good sketchbook, like it says here. Excellent for wet and dry media. If you want something that can handle watercolor, can handle markers, can handle ink, can handle pencil, this is some good stuff. I'm getting a lot of glare off the cover there. Sorry about that, but B Paper, good stuff. This is 11 by 14 book, which I like sketchbooks of all sizes. We don't judge here. You know, the bigger ones are good sometimes. Sometimes you want a little one. This is actually me figuring out a finished piece I did. One of my 3-panel pieces. So this was me. I had a frame that was 3 separate things. And this was me figuring out what I was doing. So I had 2 creatures going from either side, then meeting in the middle. This was me figuring it out. I had like a shark thing, which, yeah, that's what I went with in the end. This was like a raccoon thing. So sometimes I figure art out like that, kind of doing a comic thing with that. This was just me figuring out other stuff. This is some freelance comic work I did a few years ago, me figuring out stuff for that. I think that's all there is here. I've not really used this. That's why I dug this out, because this is a good thing to use. So as you might be able to see in the bug there on the lower right-hand corner, I'm streaming through the Prism Live app for the first time. So far, so good. It's definitely more robust than me just going straight through the Twitch app on my phone, because I have to go through my phone at the moment because I don't have a fancy computer that can handle me doing stuff with real cameras and all that. So working with what I got. and it's doing the trick. So like last week, we're just going to start out with some, we'll do some quick found cartoons here. Here's some good ASMR for you. Me, like, going through all my pens. Tell you what, let's do this. I'll dump out my my thing here, my pencil case here. This is a good pencil case too. I got this off Jet Pens a few years ago. I can't actually read the brand through the little mesh thing, but it's good. It's got this big main pocket. It's got two little, you know, mesh things in here. This front pocket where I keep, this is my grip for my Apple Pencil. This is my drawing glove I use for my iPad. Black Sharpie, always good to have a Sharpie. You always need a Sharpie. Water brush pen for on-the-go watercolor. I used to use the Pentels. This is a Tombow. It's pretty good. The Pentels has got, I haven't checked them out, but their price went up a few years ago. And that's got this other little bottom pocket here. This is the pencil sharpener I used last week that I showed everyone. This is a good, cool two-stage deal. I'll walk you through this again. So really what you do is take your pencil. You go on this side first. This removes the wood from around the lead. And then the second section actually sharpens the lead. So that's not the best point I've ever gotten out of this, but you get the idea. It's a fun little gadget. So I'll just go through what I got here just to show everyone, because why not? And I can do a quick, I mean, who doesn't need a paper clip? They always come in handy. Do some quick samples here. Good old, just your basic Prismacolor black colored pencil, which, you know, always good for, sometimes I need a black colored pencil for stuff. You know. This is a Quaiko Sport, what they call their SketchUp or something. I can't remember. But anyway, so yeah, it's kind of stubby, you know, compared to a regular pencil here. What this does, this has a, they call it drop clutch kind of thing. This has like a kind of a, let's see if this, that's not grabbing it. We'll go down a little bit so you can see how big of a chunky lead this is. I like, this is a good, making all kind of noise tonight. This is a good, I just want to get messy and, yeah, I'm drawing a lot of angry guys so far tonight. But, you know, you just want to get messy and just do like a big kind of loose drawing. It's good for that. Like just a good kind of like, thank you, Robin. Good point. You know, I work in video. I should know this, but yeah, I'm still learning the ins and outs of my autofocus here. But thank you. Thank you for the tip, Robin. So you can see it's a pretty chunky lead, which I like for things. Next up, we got some microns of various sizes. I got these out of a combo pack at my local shop, Nod Art Supply. So just the 1, the 3, and the 5. If you're not familiar with microns, they're good. They're what they call like a fixed point or whatever pen. It's not like a brush pen, which I'll show in a second, but these are good for like small lines, and if you need like a fixed width line, so you don't want like any line variation. They're waterproof, they're archival. They should be anyway. It says archival, but there's this comic artist. He drew this comic in the 90s. I'm blanking on the name right now, and I'm going to remember it an hour from now. Anyway, he drew it all, or he inked it all in Micron, and then the ink actually degraded over the years. It was not archival, and like they can't even they can't reprint it or something, or they can't reuse those pages because the original ink on them is so degraded. Pretty sad. Yeah, so these are good. I like these for when I need to, like I said, do like a fixed kind of line, sharp detail thing. They're waterproof, so with watercolor they're great. You know, if I need to do some fine details. So you can see I got the tape on them here. When I get new pens, I do this because I go through so many pens, and I want to know like when I got them, because otherwise they get mixed up and I don't know if this is my new pen or my old pen or whatever. This is a Kuretake brush pen. This one is the, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so I can get a little better view here. This is a brush tip, but it's a finer or firmer brush tip rather. So you can get some variation in there. See, my problem with this ink, with this lead, with that out of this thing, is it's so soft it can smudge. So you gotta be careful with that. You probably can't see it too well here, but I do like this because this can be varied. I can get really, you know, some cool thick lines with it, or just go really fine with it. Allegedly, it's water resistant. We'll see. Maybe I'll do that on a future video. I'll go through and test the water resistance of something. So this is its sister pen, if you will, with the regular brush tips. This one, you can see I can get a lot of variation out of. I don't know why I'm drawing a cactus, but you know, who cares? But you can kind of see what I mean here. So I can, like, we can do this, or I can go like this. So I like pens that can give me some variation in the line. Give me 1 second here. I have to, where is my, there we go. That's what I want. Just checking some things real quick. No? Okay, I guess that is right. Okay, never mind. Back to this. So these are, what are they? Uniball, yeah, Uniball 1 is the type. So they're just these short stubby pens, which I like. They're you know, they're a thicker pen. I like, you know, like the thicker pens sometimes. Because sometimes, you know, a thin pencil like this isn't always easy for me to hold on to. I think this one, yeah, I put red ink in this. So these are good if you just want a basic everyday carry kind of thing. They come in different colors. As you can see, they have different color inks. You can easily refill them with different ink refills. They take the Uniball refill cartridges. So yeah, I just bought a red refill and just stuck it in here and made it a red pen, because why not? It's good to have some variation. These are good pens. This is a same one, but you can get different size tip, or not tips, but the refills can be different size. These are 0.5. Just go, whoop. I think this one is, yeah, this one's still black. So just good all around basic pens. This one, For local folks, you can get these at both Odd Nod Art Supply and Deer Alley in downtown Lansing. This one, I got an Odd Nod. It's a limited edition Jetstream Uniball Tokyo Bike Edition. It's a multi-pen. It actually, so if I push down the handle here, it's a mechanical pencil. I'm gonna flip the page around so we can have some empty space. So I got a nice little, thin mechanical pencil here. Oops, and I just broke that lead. And then it's also got multiple different color inks. So we got, black, blue, green, red. So good, again, a good all-purpose combo. And also it's the thicker body, which I enjoy. Don't read too much into that. Anyway, yeah, this is I think it's only limited edition because of the color, like the tan body and like the brown here. I think like there you can get, it has a little bike icon on it. But I think normally you can get just a regular Jetstream pen like this. This is good. This is a good all-purpose pen. So these are Pentel multi 8s. So technically these are for, it says for checking use. I guess I'm assuming like they mean like editing and stuff like that. So what it is you can actually have 8 different leads in here, and you rotate this thing around, and then they drop out. So you got orange. Let's draw something real quick so I can color it. Okay, so let's see. So this is red. So this is colored pencil lead. It's not ink. So these are fun just to have, and if you want to experiment with having different colored pencils, but you don't want to carry around a full set of colored pencils. Let's see here. And these are totally customizable. For example, this other one has totally different leads in it. I even got some, the alignment on this is, I don't know what happened, it got messed up, so it doesn't actually always line up the way I want it to. It's a weird quirk with these that happens sometimes, but I don't want green. Let's see. Like, here we go. I bought some purple lead, bought some like bright neon stuff, because why not? But yeah, these are really fun. They're great. If you want to save space, and actually one of these, and this one is just a pencil lead one. So I got those at Jet Pens. If you're into like weird stationary stuff that you can't get locally, Jet Pens is the way to go. All right, so this is what I was just drawing with. This is the I showed this off last week, the Uniball Jetstream 0.7. Just a great all-purpose ballpoint pen. Dries quick, waterproof. It's really good. This is my go-to pen for years. Sorry, making noise. This is a Zebra brush pen. Zebra makes really good disposable brush pens. So this one, you can see, has a real fine point on it. Inking this guy's eyes a bit. We'll change his mouth, because why not? There we go. This is another type of pen I've used for years. They're waterproof. And again, even, you know, with this firmer, smaller tip, you can get some line variation, which I like a lot. I don't always like, I don't really use stuff like microns with a fixed line that often, because I like the line variation a brush tip gives, but there are times I need that, so that's why I have those. And here's just a gray colored pencil, because I have all those fancy color stuff, but sometimes I just need some gray, you know. Okay, now this is a little mister thing I have for when I'm doing watercolor on the go, to like spray my paint pods, or, you know, get the paper wet or something. This is super handy for travel watercolor. And this is just a little ruler thing I got from Jet Pens. If you do like, if you use, especially if you use dot journals like I do for like bullet journaling or that sort of thing, it's really handy for that. But always good to have like a straight edge of some kind. You never know. You never know. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. And I mentioned these last week. These are Zebra mild liners. These are some really fun highlighters. They come in some really nice, you know, fun colors. They're great for highlighting stuff. Okay, I'm going to turn the page here. Whoopsie. What we got laying around here? Art supplies I could use. Whoops. Let's see. So this is Tombow brush pen. Hang on one sec. I gotta. Worried about my phone battery not lasting here. So give me 1 second. This might make a weird sound. There we go. 7%. Woof. Okay. And I think last week I did the whole hour and only got down to that. Oh well. That's what happens. New software. And yeah. Also, I turned off battery saver this week, so get a little better performance out of it. So let's see if this one still works. It's kind of shows up a bit. We'll play with it a bit. So I'll do a quick found cartoon thing. Just make some shapes here. I'm not going to fill them in because I don't think this marker is going to last like that long. So these are what I mainly do when I'm doing art festivals and stuff. I'll do art where I make a random shape and then I turn it into a cartoon. Let's see, what what pen do I want to use? I'll use these. So I kind of like, you know, let's make sure I'm lined up good here. You know, I don't always have to like keep it this orientation. You know, it's easier when it's like a 5x7 thing or 4x6 or whatever. I can spin it around this way or that. But, you know, I'll make do here. Might have to make some noise. And also make sure stuff shows up. Oh boy, making noise. Making noise. Gotta get stuff out of the way. Okay. There we go, that's better. So like here, you know, as I was saying last week with these, you know, these are a great warm-up thing or exercise or practice because, you know, not everything you draw when you sit down to draw has to be a perfect finished masterpiece. I'm a big believer in you need to have time where you can make mistakes and just play and you don't worry about it, which is, you know, part of the reason why I'm doing these live streams to kind of help me get back into that practice a bit. So like, you know, like we got a little bird dude we can do there, because why not? Let's give him some funny long feet. And when I do these, I try not to overthink it and, you know, just kind of go with my first gut. And especially with these where I'm just playing and practicing, like who cares if it doesn't make sense? You know, it's an exercise. It's okay to make mistakes. And what do you think? What do you think, shark person? Yeah. Here, let's bring Mr. Worm back in, see what they think. Anyway, let's go down to this one. So if you want to get in another way this is good is because of it can help you practice like head shapes for cartooning or that sort of thing, because if you're kind of forced to use that whole shape, and you can just kind of do whatever. That's okay. I'm just here to have fun, goof around. Let's see here. We'll do with this. I don't like this green marker is a little too faint for this, so it's probably not showing up too well on camera. The shape. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I have yet another one. That's a little better. These are definitely old. I should probably just pitch these, but at least the outline's a little better. But these are good pens. They're double-sided, so you have the big brush tip, which is nice, and then on the other side you got the smaller bullet point. which this one's probably fine because I rarely use that side. And they can actually, they'll bleed a bit when exposed to water, which, oh, that's my Sharpie. I don't want that. So you can kind of get these weird, water effects if you want. Just gotta check something real quick here. My wife, Steph, is watching downstairs, so I can kind of hear my voice reverberating through the floor. It's a little awkward, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, you can see me IRL in May 17th and 18th at the East Lansing Art Festival. I'm in booth 23, which is I think we're gonna be over by the Riv, I believe, or Cold Stone Creamery, that sort of thing. So we got some more shapes here. That's kind of still wet, but get ready. Bad joke coming in. I'm not sorry. I don't apologize. Oh, I did not. I did not bring my water with me. Oh well. I got up here and got so distracted setting up the new broadcasting software, I forgot to go back downstairs and grab stuff. It's okay. We'll get there. I only got a half hour or so to go, but yeah. Yeah, we're gonna. I think I hear Stephanie bringing me my water. Bless her heart. Thank you. I was right. She did. Everyone say thanks to Stephanie. All right. The good thing about me just sort of committing to this weekly stream thing is I'm forcing myself to like prepare for it, learn new things, that sort of thing. Instead of like, oh, I'll do it when I have time. I'm a big believer in, I'm not always the best practicer of this. I'm not perfect. Big believer in you got to make time for stuff. You can't find time for stuff. And yeah. So if I, approach this with I'm going to commit to doing this every week. So I got to learn stuff and do it, it's a good inspiration. And, you know, at the end of the day, it gets me to sit down and just casually draw for an hour, and that's okay. That's good too. All right. I think what we're going to do now is no, not that. We're going to go back to the drawing prompt book. And I think I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. A little more room. Okay, so let's see. So last week we did wedge of Swiss cheese. That's not up. There we go. Little mice. So this week it's a rhino wearing a bathing suit. Oh boy. Okay. Move this out of the way. Okay. Rhino wearing a bathing suit. Enunciate. Red leather, yellow leather. Rhino wearing a bathing suit. Again, as I said last week, this is just a good, you know, again, it's practice. It's whatever. I don't care. It's nothing. I'm not selling anything in this. This is just also, I'm not using any references, so if my rhino looks a little whatever, that's why, which is okay, because I don't feel like dealing with looking up reference stuff. And unfortunately, a lot of the reference stuff you try to look up online these days is just flooded with AI generated art slop. So, but anyway, that's another discussion I don't need to get into tonight. Reposition a bit here. I think I'm getting a little crooked. Oh no, oh no, I've done it. This is the problem with using my phone only and like above me is it's kind of hard for me to see things sometimes what I'm doing. Goose and Joan, he says it looks like a black rhino to them. That's sure. Yeah. Why not? That didn't work. Whatever. I was trying to find a rhino emoji thing or something. Anywho. If you know the difference between a black rhino and a white rhino, put it in chat. Because I forget at the moment. And it's not color, if I remember correctly. It's something to do with their prehensile whatevers. Horns? I can't remember. This is bleeding through. Yep. Alright. Well, dang it. I'll tell you what. We'll do this. keep forgetting I can't really do... There you go. Goose and Jonesy has the goods. Black rhinos have a pointy prehensile lip, and white rhinos have a wide mouth. There you go. That's your animal trivia for today. Thank you, Goose and Jonesy. Ugh. Whoops. Okay, actually, this is a good... Ugh. Again, I forgot to move my trash close. This is a good example as to how that pencil sharpener is supposed to look. So you see it's got this weird long bit. Now I put it in the other side, and it sharpens that point to a point because it removed all the wood alongside it. Thank you, Mordo. Yeah, see, look at that. That's a point. Okay, so, because I think if you go back to when I first did these, and I only used colored pencil, now it has ink too, but whatever. It also depends on the ink. I mean, it's not that bad. What was I doing? Oops, kind of messed up the neck there. Oh, well. It's okay. Okay, yeah, good enough for now. Hi, Somin. Thanks for checking in. Okay, well, hey, you know what we can do? Here's my eraser. That's what I forgot to dig out of my thing. So this is Sumo brand eraser. They're very good. They've been my go-to for years. They're shake the table a lot. They're way better than your basic pink eraser. I forget what exactly they're made of. It makes them better, but you know, whatever, who cares? You can look it up online, but I mean, they make a mess, but whatever. Go ahead and color this dude in. Although I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. This is a pretty light gray. Yeah, it's not showing up too well on camera, but whatever. I know it's there. I don't know where my set colored pencils I used to use when I was doing these is. It's probably at the studio, but it's okay. We got options here. Let's see. There we go. One of those old-timey bathing suits, like vertical lines or horizontal. Well, whatever. They're gonna be vertical today. Okay. All right. Okay. What's I doing? So the funny thing is with these multi-8s, like I think originally they were not really intended for art stuff. They were for like editing things or marking stuff up or highlighting, that sort of thing. But hey, good for us, right? Like it even had, you can't probably read it here, but it comes with two things like that are non-copy colors. This is one of them. It's actually this pink color that I like. And this is a non-copy blue, which this is some old school stuff where for like blueprints or whatever, or designs where you could draw in this, and then when it got copied, it wouldn't show up. Like you could also dump this in the photo. You could scan this, dump it in the Photoshop, and you could play with like the filters and layers and stuff, and the blue lines would disappear. It's an old trick. I used to do that back in the old days with comics. I would, ugh, gross. What's that? Should I do another one? Yeah, that really showed through, didn't it? Oh well. I mean, this isn't the best paper. This was, it is what it is. Let's see here. Oh. I should put some time in on my big old cat picture I'm working on. since we're coming up on the hour mark. I don't necessarily have to stop at that point, but at least want to go that long. But for those watching, I'm going to put something in the chat here. If you think of something during the week and you want to ask a question or have something you want me to try to draw or whatever, you can use the form and chat there, and I can look at it. And I'm not guaranteeing I'll use it, but you know, we'll see. So let's just draw some weird cat faces for a bit. Maybe zoom in just a little bit. Okay. Thinking this is going to be interesting if I get around to that at some point, but that's okay. This is just for fun, having fun, building up those skills, playing around. If you have any friends who you think might enjoy the stream, please by all means share and invite them to follow along. The more follows I get, the more that helps me out. You know, trying to work my way towards the almighty affiliate status, which really I just need hit 50 followers, and I think I'll probably be good. I think I've been hitting the other benchmarks pretty easily. So please share the channel with friends. Encourage them to give me a follow if you could. That helps me out. And, you know, tell them to tune in Sundays at 8 p.m. I will say, so, why is that like wet and stained? That's weird. We're going to ignore that for now. So speaking of Sundays, so yeah, something weird. So next Sunday stream, the 2 Sundays after that, because let me just double check my calendar here. Yes, so May the 4th, I'll have a stream, and then May 11 and 18, it's not likely because Steph's doing an art festival in Birmingham, and I'm not confident we'll get home in time for me to do a stream, or I would want to do one. And then May 11th, so that's no stream on the 11th, at least not on that Sunday night, 8 o'clock. I might get inspired to maybe just do something short on location. I have the means to do so. So just have your notifications turned on. Follow me on Blue Sky because I will probably keep you updated there. It's the easiest place for me to update people. And then so May 18 that's the Sunday of East Lansing Art Festival. So no Sunday night stream there, but on the 17th and 18th. Yes, so mean next. Yes, the 11th is Mother's Day, but yes, it is Mother's Day. How dare I forget that? Anyway, at East Lansing on May 17th and 18th, I'm going to. This is technology permitting, weather permitting, etc. So cross your fingers. But I'm going to do a live IRL stream from my festival tent, just to show it off. It's not going to be long. It'll just be because everything starts at 10, and actually by 9:30 people will be walking around and wanting to buy stuff. So that's why I say approximately 9:30, maybe a little earlier, depending on how things are going. But I'm gonna show off my tent, show off what I got for sale, and I'll do the same thing Sunday. And so pay attention for that. Like I said, have notifications turned on so you know when I go live. But if you want to make a note somewhere tentatively around 9:30 a.m. May 17 and May 18, I will be going live from East Lansing Art Festival inside my booth and showing off what I got. And yeah, so that will be in place of me doing my Sunday night stream on the 18th for sure. But we'll be back next week. The 11th, I don't know, but I'm not selling that day, but Steph is. And so if I have time, either the 10th or 11th in Birmingham, maybe I'll just do something from location, checking in, talking about the art festival. I can't promise I'll be able to live stream me drawing because I just don't know if I'll have the space or whatnot to do anything like that. But we'll see. I'll try and do something. It'd be a good test run for what I do in East Lansing too. So. But yes, for those keeping score at home, May 11th is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Let's see if we can get in a little closer. I was supposed to have a brand new phone for tonight, but that didn't happen. It got delayed in shipping. So next week, hopefully, I will be coming to you live with a brand new phone with a better camera and more processing power and all that sort of fun stuff. But yeah, it's time to put this Galaxy S10 out to pasture. It's getting a little long in the tooth. I mean, I'm surprised it's actually handling this as well as it is. So definitely got a lot of miles on it. I mean, this model is 6 years old, which might as well be 100 years old in technology, cell phone standards. So. But I'm upgrading to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus. So I'm looking forward to having a phone with a little more power to it. And a bigger screen, slightly bigger screen, which is nice too, because as I'm have to do a lot of the video editing on the phone itself, that extra real estate will come in handy. And thank you. And I apologize if I say this wrong, but Sable and yes, I better not forget Mother's Day. I will not forget. Actually, I bought a Mother's Day card on Friday. Actually, well, I bought a card that I'm repurposing for Mother's Day. So because I bought it from my friend Sarah, who runs Dear Ollie in downtown Lansing, and she makes her own cards and stuff. And she did not have a specific Mother's Day card, so I bought another of her cards that I will repurpose for that. And for Mother's Day, because I wanted to use one of her cards. And it's fine. Sarah was happy with that. She's like, yes, do whatever you need to do. I don't care. She's happy to see her cards get used for anything and everything. And she makes good cards. And she runs a good shop. So visit Dear Ollie and Company in downtown Lansing, Michigan. It shares the same space with a novel concept right on Washington Square. If you need books, pens, notebooks, journals, coffee mugs, even some tarot decks, whatever. They got a little bit of everything in there. I'm a regular. I bought my most recent bullet journal there. They sell the I never know how to pronounce this brand name, but it's a fancy like German or whatever the heck it is. The Leichenkramer 1917, you know. But yeah, there's the brand name there. Yeah, Deutschland. That's German. That's what I thought. I was right. But yeah, I like their dot grid bullet journal things. Whoa, boy. Did everyone take a drink? I just bumped the camera. Almost pulled out the cord there. But also speaking of Dear Ollie, this is the sticker I designed for them because I'm their featured artist right now. And if you go to the Dear Ollie website, you can order this and they will send it to you. I don't know if anyone international is watching, but I can't promise to the international shipping, but in US they definitely will. Yeah, there's some other stickers on the back. There's Odd Nod Art Supply with their black on black sticker. Yeah. Half the reason I get these is so I cover them with stickers. So, anywho. Just checking in where I'm at here. Okay, we're over an hour, but you know, I'll keep killing time till a new episode of Last of Us is on, but I don't necessarily care about watching it right at the jump when it goes live, because thank you, Goose and Jonesy, for sharing the sticker link in the chat. You can go check that out. They're mods, so they're allowed to do that. But yeah, you can click on the chat. You can click on the link in the chat to go to the Dear Ollie website and go buy that sticker if you would like. Please support them because they're doing a great thing where they're featuring local artists and having them design stickers exclusive to the shop. So that's a fun thing, and they're gonna like have a great collection of stickers by original artists at the end of the year. So yeah, thank you, Goose and Jonesy, for that. Let's just go here and just fill in some There we go. For those who are wondering, I'm using a Blackwing Pearl pencil. This is a firmer lead. It's very nice. I like these a lot. The other ones I use, there's the gray one that's kind of in between soft and firm, and then the black ones are very soft. I don't have one handy. I shall try to dig one out at some point to show you, but this would be super messy and smudged if I was using one of those. I'd have to use my drawing glove if I was using that pencil. Oh, speaking of, the artist who made my little worm figurines here will be at least at Birmingham on the weekend of May 10 and 11. I think they'll also be at East Lansing, but they make great stuff. We have a non-zero amount of their work. And Goose and Jonesy, if you want to look up their Instagram handle for me and post it in chat, that'd be nice. It's Natalie is her name. See, here's a nice little thank you note she sent me when I ordered those little worms. She makes great stuff. No, I can hear one of our cats screaming out downstairs. He misses me. There you go. Goose and Jonesy posted it in chat. This is the work of Honeydew Moon Studio. Yeah, Honeydew Moon Studio. Natalie is the artist's name. They will be at least at Birmingham, May 10 and 11. I believe at East Lansing as well. They were there last year. So, but check them out. Yes, Natalie Lou. I'm about to ask her how to pronounce her last name, but yes, she is the artist. We have one of her, I hope I'm using the right pronouns. I apologize if that's not the case, but I believe that's correct. Anyway, we have one of their salt pigs, as they're called. It's a little salt container thing in the kitchen that you fill up with salt. It's a little dinosaur face that's like screaming. It's hilarious. We love it. I don't think I like that, but whatever. Oops, missed one there. And thank you, Goose and Jonesy, for being a super good mod. Thanks to the mods. She will be at Birmingham and East Lansing. Yes, good. If you go to either, check Natalie out and tell her Large Marge sent you, or me, whatever you want. But like, I love the little angry eyebrows. Like, they're so good. Like, it's so good. They're so funny. zooming in. Let's go. See, what I was happy to find out when I was using this Prism Live app is I could set and lock the white balance, which makes a big difference. Could also do that with the brightness and iris and etc. But some of that stuff I left on auto. But the shifting white balance really got on my nerves last week. So okay, I'm probably gonna be wrapping up here in a few minutes and start winding down. But thank you in advance to everyone who came out and stuck around. I appreciate it. Still, every week is a new learning experience for me with all this. Just learning all the different what works, what doesn't work, how I can make things better, all that stuff. While my plan is I will still keep, the Sunday night 8 o'clock thing will be the set main thing for, unless something comes up where I routinely can't do that. But that doesn't mean I won't do other random art streams here and there. If you're into watching gaming, I did play some Skyrim last night. You can go watch a replay of that on the channel. That was fun. I don't know how much gaming I'll do, although I do enjoy kind of doing it, but I also don't want to flood my channel with that and kind of lose focus from the art stuff, which is the main reason I'm doing it, because that helps me stand out a little bit more, because there's no shortage of people streaming Skyrim, even though if you watched last night, there are ample opportunities for hilarity while you're playing Skyrim. But anywho, keep those notifications turned on, and also follow me on Blue Sky. Let's see if I do this right. I typed all these commands in. Nope, that's not right. Nope. God bless it. Well, that works. There you go. You can also follow me on Facebook. That's my Facebook page. I'll post, from going live there. This is my first. I installed Nightbot this week, which lets me do these command stuff easily. So, among other things. There we go. So yeah, Daniel J. Hogan on Blue Sky. Daniel J. Hogan Cartoonist is the Facebook page. Daniel J. Hogan Art on Instagram. Just kind of having to remember all my things here. There you go, if you want that. So follow me there. Blue Sky and the Facebook page would probably be the best places to follow as far as in the moment things I'm doing, updates. So like going live in 10 minutes, that sort of stuff. I'd recommend, especially Blue Sky. I don't do too much with Facebook, but I will try to be good about letting people know I'm going live there. But Blue Sky especially is where I'm spending the most time these days. But I think I'm going to wrap it up right now. So thank you for tuning in and sticking around. I appreciate it. Appreciate all of you. Have a good week. Spend some time drawing. Have fun. Make a mess. Make mistakes. You know, it's okay. And I'll see you next Sunday, May the 4th, right here, 8 o'clock. And we'll do some more drawing. Maybe I didn't get to it this week, but maybe next week we'll do another comic with suggestions from people. And so, like I said, figuring this all out as I go each week. Each week's a new lesson, but I'm having fun. Gives me something to look forward to during the week and gives me an excuse to learn some new stuff. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys next week. Appreciate it. Make sure to follow if you aren't, and tell your friends to follow and all that stuff. So thank you and good night.